Why erratic attempts? What does that mean? Okay, so let's try maybe another expanded version of an introductory video to explain again what this idea of erratic attempts is all about. I believe that it's not good to have too strong an opinion about most things. I believe that our thinking shouldn't be too settled, that we should allow ourselves for openness. Just as we want to critique others, and with critique, I don't mind to criticize, tear down, destroy, but a criticism in the form of constructive criticism that respects the other person as someone that has a right to say something. The internet is full of videos that are downright mean, ugly, and destructive of others. So I'll try my best here to attack an argument and not people. To also make sure you hear me talking in a way that reflects a thinking process, and it's not too apodictic, not too much from top down. I'm not here to tell you what you should think. I'm here to share some of my thoughts that hopefully are productive for you as listeners to shape your own thinking, to help you maybe in figuring out what your position on some areas is, or what your position for now could be. If you ask me what my political position is, I honestly can't tell you. My position is always to solve concrete problems and to aim for truth. That means I may change my mind now and again. Sometimes I won't, or sometimes I don't think I will. Doesn't mean I don't recognize what's right or what's wrong. Some things are clear. So you will not hear me talk about the earth being flat, something like that, or believing that. But some things are settled. Other things aren't. Sometimes we may share the same hope for a just society, but we have different ideas about what is just or what a society should look like. So when I follow this kind of heuristic approach, this meandering way of thinking, and by modeling this on this channel, it is done in the spirit of recognizing that everything we say or think is probably imperfect. Don't expect perfection of others. See people always as a product of their situation, of their time, of their background, of what they're hearing in the moment, of their sources, their convictions, hopes and fears, what their friends say, that kind of thing. If you see people saying deeply objectionable things, approach that with kindness. Sometimes it's difficult, but then think about how you would want to be approached in these moments if you say something that's completely wrong, misleading. So this is why what's happening here on this channel and on the blog with the same name is called an erratic attempt. It's a meandering way of thinking through certain situations It's an attempt in the sense of an essay. Essayer means to attempt, to practice, to try. So, of course, I'll have a message or some kind of agenda for each video, if you want to call it an agenda. I want to communicate something to you. But I hopefully am open enough to realize where this thinking needs to be improved. I'm also trying as much as possible to not fall into too much of a cultural political theory lingo. Yeah, I mean, I'm an academic, but nobody wants to listen to what academics say when they say it in an academic way. Certainly, no normal person wants to read academic papers. Most academics don't. And so you'll sometimes see me say things that may sound like there's some complexity behind, but I'm not revealing that necessarily, because I try to work towards something like a public understanding of cultural, political, social theory. Yeah, that's deliberate. I don't want to bother you with footnotes or with sources, with anything, and I want to encourage you to indeed do your own research, not in the sense that some conspiracy channels say, but to look at what respected cultural and political theorists are saying. Occasionally, I'll name drop something. I'll do that more on the blog, in writing, because I don't think video is the format. So I'm trying not to do an academic lecture here, but to just let you participate in some way of thinking out loud. Also in the hope that this kind of style maybe has a calming influence in today's oftentimes more hectic media atmosphere. Thank you very much. So far for now. This is Erratic Attempts. I'm Dr. Philip Kneiss, and see you soon.